As we just came out the cinema now, I decided to go and see the Tonya film. Which is exceptionally well directed and obviously well written. It's about the figure skater who really got a championship recognition due to her not having the correct image, is what I got from the film. That was at the start. So it was a real hardship. It was really quite humbling to watch a young girl passionately skate and to do something that she wanted to do since she was a wee kid, but the backup with her mother, who was really cruel and really abusive. Really cruel, where the little girl didn't get a lot of inspiration. It was more like a cruelty, and that she had to skate, and thank God that she was passionately loving the skate. And I loved the fact that she became really strong and fought against the abuse, because she was only abused by the mother, but then she met the boyfriend, who then became the husband, and she basically thought that because she was being abused by the mother through her childhood, that when she met the boyfriend, she actually just accepted that was the way to go, and she just thought that she was right to be battered and bruised. And then quickly, as the years go on, then she realised that was really wrong. So I guess she doubted her confidence and her years of experience, and obviously being judged as well for the image that she portrays a poor girl in quite a high society skating world, where people had all the outfits and she never had the outfits. So I'm going to see that she was still fighting against that, and her language was a bit abusive as well, a bit rough. The passion, the compassion, is worth going to see. Through time I started to see that for me it was a good film, but it didn't have that sort of wow factor for me. I didn't feel that I was really sitting in my seat going, oh yes. I didn't have that excitement, but I mean, I'm really glad that I watched it. I like her love story, and I think she really wanted loved, and I was hoping that she would get that love throughout the film, and she doesn't get the film. But the thing is, the film is a true story, so I guess that's just the way the story's been portrayed. I just feel as if there would be a wee bit in there that could have been a bit more loving and something. I wanted to see something else happen, but that's not really, that was a true story and that was it. So what happened was, she was forced from her mother when she was a young girl to get into skating, because she's got a natural ability to skate, and her mother's obviously seen that she could skate really well from 3-year-old, and of course, so the mother pushes her in there, and right away the mother's just, she's really in there for herself, and the coach recognises this right away, and the mother's just not putting up with any of the nonsense. She's saying, no, there's no queue, make sure my daughter gets in. So the determination was there, and that was brilliant. But once the wee girl's in, you can very quickly see that the mother's actually not caring at all about the daughter. Quite a lot of emotions in there from that aspect. Just a complete bully to her daughter, which I suppose in a sense, when you're watching that and when you're watching that, hitting the daughter when the daughter doesn't perform, and the coach is seeing this as well, and she was a 3-year-old wee girl. She was allowed to be abused all these years, and people seen that. There was no protection for her, and then in 1991 is when she started to enter championships. The quotes that she does say is that never wanted her to win because she was never the right image, and because she never had the right clothes, she never had the right upbringing, the family image wasn't there, she was from a poor background. She tried her hardest to get her mother to back her up, to give her support. The husband wasn't giving her that much support because he was too busy abusing her. And in the end she starts to feel that when she is getting there, when she gets to 1993 and she does that triple axel and nobody else could do, there was no other skater could do it, she actually does the triple axel in 1993, and the fans seem to love her for a period, and this is what she's always wanted. But of course the judges don't want her, and that was a tough gig. Margot Robbie plays a really brilliant part. Tonya, she's amazing, absolutely fantastic in the film. She's very strong, and you can see that she's got that. She's been named the 100th most influential woman in the world. So yeah, you can see that in her face. She's got that strong ability in the face, and that's the first time I've seen that actress. I do believe she's been in all the other films, Quentin Tarantino, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And then there's Sebastian Stan, who plays Jeff Gilhooly, and that's the abusive friend to begin with, who becomes her husband. And he's played in Gossip Girls and various other Australian sitcoms. Mother herself, Alison Jenny, is amazing. She's actually the most ruthless, horrible, made up, like hard, nasty, abusive, that face. They've done her really, really well in that part, because when you see her in real life, she's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful girl. She did play a really good part, and there was a lot of people sitting in these seats when I was sitting there, a bit horrified at her abusive ways, slapping across the face and complete abusive. I really thought the movie did that much for me, because it was too abusive and it wasn't a feel-good factor. I like to go to a film and come out feeling low again. I've mentioned that it's a true story, so really, really well written. As the story unfolds, you start to see that the mother, who was really cruel, and makes you, when you're watching the film, it makes you really want to reach out to the daughter, because the mother's been so cold and callous and abusive to the little daughter. It makes you wonder what the mother's life had been as well, and it's a true story. So the mother's obviously went through hardships when she was young and wanted to do the best for her daughter, so she pushed her hard to actually get her to skate. And as the story unfolds, again, she becomes quite abusive to everyone that's at the skating, and including the coach, who the coach eventually becomes Tonya's friend. It's a story of abuse all the way through her life, actually. The story goes, she becomes stronger and stronger, and she works really hard until the incident, which is a part of the film, is there's an incident, and it's really the husband that causes the incident, and the friend who set up something whereby they want to pay someone to hand in a letter, and of course it ends up that the person, the idiot who they asked to do something, does the complete wrong thing, and then that's when the whole story just goes and ruins her complete life. And eventually, just as she's getting to 1994, after she's done that triple axel, then her hardship and her glory and everything's been taken away because of the extent of the punishment that she receives from the court of law. So basically, through no fault of her own, she ends up that she gets more than what the person that did the crime did. And when she's in the court, the part that I really found really quite humbling was when the judge gives her her life sentence. It's more than the people that have actually done the crime, and she begs, please do not take my skating away, because that's all she had. So I'd give the film about a 4. It was an excellent film, and it was a really, really good, well written, absolutely fantastic story, and the characters play their part really, really well. It makes you conjure up questions when you're watching the film. And as I said, I would give it a 4, not a 5. Thanks, see you next week, bye.